Oh crap. I have to change the name of the stream. 20. There we go. Agent 101. Oh crap, what just happened? Let's see. Leave page. There we go. Rico. Hey, how you doing, Rico? Oh, does it say start now? I don't know what I'm gonna do here tonight. I just felt like playing, and I thought, might as well do a late night live stream. Hey, Devin, yes, a late stream tonight. I think what I want to do, though, is try... I need to take more canola or more soybeans to Horizon Coop. So we got canola. And then I think I'll do soybeans. And then we're going to have like a ton of soybeans after this. Stephen Gregg. Hey, Stephen. Yeah, the reason why I'm doing this live stream so late tonight is I've been working on the DeLorean literally like the last 4 hours, 5 hours, and basically just trying to get the upper half and the lower half together, and I finally succeeded, but I don't know, I'm just not happy with the way it went together. There, like, some parts came out. I don't even know, like, where the heck the parts came from. Well, I know where one part came from, but there's, like, absolutely no way that I'm going back into that car to put it back in. And it's something that you will never see from the outside, and you'll never notice that it's gone anyway. But then there's, like, this little tiny pin, like this little tiny black plastic pin. It's, like, 3 millimeters long and about a 0.5 millimeter in diameter, and I have no clue where it came from. Ron Collard, I wish I could play with you, but I have Xbox. Time to get in the PC Master Race. So I'm going to do a couple of these runs, maybe 2 or 3. We're going to see if we can get the prices to accelerate. I told Savvy about the great demand, so I don't know if he came on tonight. Doesn't I would say that's a big old no. The cotton price is still really good though. Did you see what that was? 2,880. That actually makes me like want to go and start planting cotton like right meow. Meow. Maybe I should. I should actually buy another cotton, like another seeder for seeding cotton. Maybe that's what I'll do tonight. Maybe I'll just go ahead, seed cotton. Oh no. Getting a PC for Christmas? Awesome. Oh, you gotta be joking me. I hope TX Czar releases a new version of this mod soon. Or this map soon. What? Stephen Gregg is like, the girlfriend to me the too bad. What? I don't even know what that... I don't even know what you're trying to say there. Anyone? Anyone? All right. I gotta find... Oh, here we go. Yay, we're all full, too. Sweet. Okay, moving on. So how is everybody tonight? We got Landon Andrews. Hey, Landon. I feel like we're going slow, but I think we're not. And I'm also kind of thinking if I buy another, if I buy another setup like this, do I want another John Deere tractor, or should I buy something new like a case or like a New Holland or something? Because I'm not exactly sure what I want to do in that situation. I'm going to hire the worker here. Is what slurry? Wait, what I was just doing? Is this slurry? No, this is, we're planting cotton. All right. I don't have any cows on this map to do slurry yet. Get a Massey Ferguson. Yeah, I've been thinking about maybe getting like the 80. What is it? The 8700? Because I have a 7700 right now. Whoa, gosh. Oh, we're gonna hit the. Oh, we missed the stop sign. We missed it. So yeah, I was like working on the DeLorean. It's basically going to be like the longest DeLorean episode ever because there's just like it really should be simple, but it's just not. So it was like an absolute nightmare. I'm going to actually probably film the rest of it tonight after I'm done here because as soon as I got the top and bottom halves together, I literally had to force it. Like I was on top of it, pushing the two halves together. Thank freaking gosh that the frames are metal. And yeah, it was an absolute nightmare. And so, so anyway, it looks really nice with all the power and everything turned on. I just have like, I think 2 more bits to install and I'm done with that, though I'm still kind of wondering like what that little tiny plastic pin is. So I'm just like, oh gosh, what is it? What in the world? My truck like just drove off the road. It's the big planter. I don't like it on FS15. I don't think the Krone planter was on FS15. You might be thinking of, where is it? They had one, I don't think it's the Great Plains, but it's one that's similar to it. I want to say it's blue, but it's been a long time since I played that version. But it doesn't have it's a nice planter, it just doesn't have a fertilizer on it. Does it have a flux capacitor? Yes, it does. Mr. Jeremy. Let's see. Let's see what this guy's doing. Okay. Did I pre-order Platinum Edition? No, I won't pre-order it. Giants will send me a copy. I hope. They probably will. Like if I had to make an educated guess, I'm guessing that Giants is going to send me a copy of it. No, I do not use a wheel. Matter of fact, I haven't used my farming wheel since like, I think I used it for about a month, and then I was like, this is the most annoying thing I've ever used, and then I stopped using it. Like the first one, what they even sent me was defective, and apparently, because SciTech actually sent me one before they launched. They were looking for people to do reviews or previews or whatever. The one that they sent me was defective. They next day aired me another one, which took like the weekend because I think it was launching like on a Tuesday, and they literally like sent me a message. I think the Thursday before, and they're like, "Hey, do you want a free like farming wheel?" And I'm like, "For review," and I'm like, "Sure." And so they overnighted it to me. I got it the next day. I took it out of the box, and I'm like, because the steering wheel, like go and watch my original unboxing video. You'll see like the whole steering wheel was practically falling off. And they're like, "Oh, sorry about that." And so they overnighted another one, and I was hoping that it would get there on the Saturday, but it didn't. And so I got it the Monday. So I basically had like just a few hours to make a video about it, aside from like the original unboxing. And yeah, I was not pleased with them by any stretch. Come on now. All right. But that's the way it goes sometimes. But there were other people that got like early ones too, and theirs were like having the exact same problem. How did I become friends with Giants? Basically just, I had been doing farming sim videos for a few years, and they just contacted me. I don't know if I think it was before Farming Sim 17 came out. Yeah, it was before Farming Sim 17, and they were like, "Hey, do you want to you know, would you like to be in our press?" I can't remember what they called it, the press pool or a preview partner. And so I was like, heck yeah. And so they sent me out a copy, and I've been, you know, friends with them ever since. Hey Bob, how you doing? Are you ever going to come back on the server? We still have Baba Bong's farm on there, and I haven't seen you on the server in like a month. Tell them to make a console version flight sim. Giants is basically just farming sim. They're not going to make any other games, I don't think, anytime soon. Gosh darn it. It's weird, like all of a sudden, just the vehicle randomly pulls to the side. Someday. Okay. All right, so I'm taking over him, and we're just going to do, yep. Kind of hard to tell where the field is. Here we go. And so we'll just kind of do a headland down at this end of the field. That way once I complete the smaller area down here, we'll just be able to hire the worker and get the field done. It'll be super easy. Got to load hay this weekend. Yep, I spent many hours loading hay when I was a kid. For no pay at all. But that's all right. Uh-oh. Why is my stream buffering all of a sudden? Oh, there we go. Trevor Lee, hello. How am I today? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Do I have any duals on my tractors? No, I don't think I do. I might have like one tractor that has duals on it, but they don't really make any difference in farming sim, so it's kind of pointless to put them on. Like I just stopped planting for, that was weird. My like it just stopped planting. My finger wasn't even anywhere near the B button. Okay. And hire the worker. We should be good. So he'll finish up this area, and then I'll like probably drive him up here, and then have him, you know, do the rest of the things, whatever that means. All right. Super Train Dispatch says, hi, hello. Do they have field sprinklers yet? No, water doesn't make any difference in the game. See, it's fun. I got a 1943 New Holland smoker elevator. I have no idea what that is. I'd have to look it up. Smoke. What was it? New Holland smoker elevator. There. Oh, one of those. Yeah, my uncle has one that's very similar to that. You know, for putting the small bales up into the barn. Like the ones that are small enough you can actually lift them by hand, not the big, you know, ginormous ones. I don't even know if he does the small bales anymore. I mean, I know that he physically can't because he's like, you know, in his like mid to upper 80s. Does slurry and fertilizer make a difference? Yes. For the purposes of the game, slurry is fertilizer, so you just have to do your 2 fertilizer passes, you know, when you need to do it. Duh. And you're good to go. I don't really like using slurry unless it's like in the biggest tank, because it doesn't really last as long as the other, as the other fertilizers. Whoa. No changes, no changes. All right. But yeah, I mean, if you don't do slurry, then it's like 15, you know, if you don't do the fertilizer, it's like 15% less crop yield per something. Oh no, it's 50%. So each time, so basically you start out with like, if you don't do anything to a field at all, right? Let's see here, 65, 35. Ah, okay. So yeah, you start out with like 100% yield, which is like whatever the base yield is for a field. If you don't do anything at all to it, you don't plow, you don't weed, you don't fertilizer, and you don't lime. And for every field, you can fertilize twice. Most seeders, you know, and planters, a lot of them have, you know, built-in fertilizers, so you can fertilize while you seed on most crops. Not all of them, but most of them. And you get a increase in crop yield of 25% each time you fertilize. So, like, let's say you had a big field and you would get 100,000 liters off of that field. Just fertilizing once would increase your yield, the yield of the field, to 125,000. Doing both fertilizer passes would increase that to 150,000. Okay. If your fields are limed, which you only have to do every 3 harvests, so it's not that, you know, that big of a deal, you get an extra 15%. And then if you weed, you get another 20%. And if you plow for corn, potatoes, sugar beets, and sugarcane, you get another 15%. So hopefully that makes sense. And speaking of liming, blimey, I have to lime this field here, don't I? Where are my limers? They are in there. Start your engines. And it's not even full. I thought I filled these up, but obviously I did not. Oilseed radish helps you. Oilseed radish is just a fertilizer. So, you know, oilseed radish would count as one of the fertilizer passes. So, like, let's say you want to do, well, cotton, for example, because any of the seeds or any of the crops that use a planter. The biggest planter in the game doesn't have a built-in fertilizer, okay? So you could technically plant oilseed radish, okay, with a fertilizing seeder, because it just, to plant oilseed radish, it doesn't require like any kind of, you know, special, make sure I got the width right. Hire him. Anyway, with oilseed radish, wait, yeah, it doesn't require a special seeder. So you could do your first fertilizing pass, which would, with the oilseed radish, okay? And then when you go back and do your plant, well, you'd have to, well, actually, it would kind of depend. I mean, let's look here. Planters, what is the maximum? 18. No, I think it's this one. Yeah, 18.2. So this one's pretty big. This is what I'm using right now. Yeah, is the Horse Maestro. So it's 18 meters, but this one does fertilizer and seed. The Great Plains is slightly wider, and it just does seed. Let's see, with a seeder you can sow. So this one does not even cultivate. So you'd have to go back and cultivate it again. So it's just a bunch of extra steps that you really don't need to do. If you want to farm that way, then cool. But, you know, I don't like to farm that way. Do I play with seasons? I played with it like a couple weeks ago, but I haven't touched it since then. I don't like seasons. I understand that some people do. I, however, do not. And I doubt that I ever will. The main reason, and I'm not saying like seasons is bad. That's actually like not at all what I'm saying. I just feel that it slows the gameplay down a lot, and I kind of find that boring. Like when I play Farming Simulator, I want a casual farming experience. I wouldn't mind having like a game that is really hardcore farming, like Farmer's Dynasty is pretty hardcore. Wait, helper A has completed his task. If you forget to lime before you plant a crop, you can actually lime after you seed. And suffer no, you know, ill benefits. Ill benefits. You will suffer no ill will. Good morning, Maverick. How are you doing tonight, this morning? What time is it, 1:06? All right, so I got my little 6M here. We're gonna go and let's see. And we'll put the wide tires on it. This is like the biggest tires I think I've had on it. Hey, I just bought new tires and they're dirty already. This tractor it seems like it's a totally different tractor when you have wide tires on it. Which, I mean, isn't a bad thing. It's just a thing. Okay, this one's full at least. Okay, we got that done. Long night streaming? Actually, I've only been streaming for 38 minutes. So, no, not too long tonight. I've been working on the DeLorean, like... since like 6, let's see, when did I start working on it? Like 7 or probably sometime between like 7 and 8 o'clock I started working on the DeLorean. Bleh. Wow, you do a good job to build a car and and what? Don't leave me hanging, Mav. Don't leave me hanging. Boom. All right. Ooh. All right. So while we are doing this, I guess we'll go. Wait, did I come back here? I did. I did. Alright, so probably take one more load. Yeah, see how this price is going up now? So Cooper Grains, I want to take one more load, like half load, to Horizon Coop. That should cause Cooper Grains to really start to skyrocket. Because we want Cooper Grain or Cooper Farms. We want that to be like at 16 to 1800 minimum. You know. Ideally, we could, if we could get it over 1,000, that would be super awesome. But I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen. But we'll see. I think it did get up to like 2,200 on the server before. Ugh. Oh no! What is a decent PC price and price of monitor? I mean, if you want... That's like the $1 million question right there, because there's no right answer. What you really need to kind of figure out is what your budget is like and what you can afford within that budget, or maybe going a little bit over it if you can afford to. And one of the key goals, especially if you're on a limited budget, is to buy a computer that's going to last you more than just a few years. And I'll tell you guys right now, if you can get $20 a week and put it away, every single week, $20, not that much money. $20 a week over the course of a year is going to get you $1,040. Okay. What I had been doing previously in my life is every 2 weeks, whenever I got paid, I'd put $40 into a savings account. Actually, I think I put it into a money market account, because typically savings accounts, back when I was a kid, they used to pay good interest. Now they don't. So you have to kind of put it into an investment account. And a money market account is a better one because, you know, it's going to get you a couple quarters of a % higher than just a normal savings account. So that'll earn you a little bit more money. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. But what I would do is every 2 weeks I'd put $40 in. I would try to do a minimum of $80 a month. And then if I could do more, I would. It's like sometimes I'd put in 100. Sometimes I'd put, like, if I got money for my birthday, you know, something my dad, he always used to, you know, give me a card, and he'd put, like, I don't know, a couple $100 in there or whatever. And, oh gosh. And so I would take that money and I'd save it. And I would essentially put it in my computer fund. But if you do that for 2 years, now you're like, oh my gosh, that's like 2 years away. But what I did is I always bought a new computer every 2 years, always, for like probably between even back in the 90s, it was about every 2 years I would either upgrade or completely build a new computer. Actually, in the late 90s, I started going with laptops because I went back to college, and laptop prices, well, laptops in the late 90s and early 2000s were finally like not sucking. Like, you know, the screens were nice, they were higher resolution, more powerful, and so they were more practical, you know, for, you know, taking on the road and you know, taking to school and stuff like that. And I forgot we need to be planting. Oh, it's this guy who's empty. So anyway, I would always spend about $2,000 on a laptop, and that was pretty much the best of the best laptop that you could get at that time. Even now, if you go out and you drop $2,000 on a gaming laptop, you're gonna have a freaking like kick butt laptop, no joke. Now, the downside to laptops is their upgradability is not great. Pretty much the only thing that you're going to be able to upgrade, and you know, there's going to be people coming out, oh, you can do this and you can do that. Don't listen to those people because they're morons. Unless you go with like a super ridiculously expensive like gaming laptop where you can actually upgrade other components, it's not going to matter. Typically, the biggest components that you'll be able to upgrade are your hard drive and your RAM. CPUs and stuff like that, it's not very realistic to do that. Second thing is, if you buy a laptop, buy an extended warranty, minimum 2 years. If you can afford a 3-year or longer, even a 4-year, do it, because your laptop will break. It will eventually die, and you will have to upgrade to the next thing. Now, I kind of had, I think between probably about 2003 and probably about 2012 or 2013, I went over to Best Buy one time and I bought their best laptop. And it lasted about 2 years, and it just died. And I took it into them and I said, you know, it's not working. You know, they'd put it on the bench and they'd have it for a couple weeks, and then they would be like, you know, we can't get the parts for them anymore because they're not made. So essentially what they would do is they would cash in your warranty. That's typically what they would do when they would do a full laptop replacement. They cash in your warranty, your accidental damage, you know, warranty, and then they would oh crap, did I stop? Wait, where? Oh, fart nougat, he did come down here. All right. They'll cash in your warranty, and they will they'll give you a new laptop, but you have to buy a new warranty if you want the new laptop. or if you want it on the new laptop. So really, instead of paying $2,000 every 2 years, I was only spending like $300 or $400 every couple years. But you know, I wasn't like purposefully breaking laptops or anything like to like game the system. Like they were genuinely just dying every 2 years. So that's why I always tell people, always buy the extended warranties. Okay, where are we at here? Oh, no. Do. Oh, one of my friends is messaging me. Okay, needs long. Okay, so we're gonna have to come down through here. Okay, so we got a bunch of weeding we can do down here too. Where's my little weeder tractor? Where is the weeder? Uh-oh. Now this guy over here, he's gonna have enough. He's gonna have more than enough lime to finish up this field. So I'm just gonna take this guy back. We'll do the repair. We'll wash it off, and we'll refill it, and then we'll like put him away, I guess. Yay! It's starting to get light out in the game. Thank freaking gosh. Eric says, I don't think I would get a laptop as the screen size isn't the greatest. Honestly, thinking about using a TV if that's possible. The only reason why I would discourage people from using a TV is a lot of times you don't get this. You can't really get faster than a 60 hertz refresh rate with a TV that's affordable or cheap. They will come out with I don't know. I don't know. I mean, obviously Giants won't. I can tell you that right now. Possible and far. Here's the thing. I have a 27-inch monitor. The monitor I don't know. I don't think I've ever really measured it, or at least I haven't recently. It probably sits if I'm sitting straight ahead and I stick my arm like straight out in front of me, if I'm sitting straight up and I put my arm straight out in front of me, the tip of my middle finger is about maybe an inch to an inch and a half away from my monitor screen. My iMac, though, is a little bit further away, and my iMac is actually more comfortable to look at. And actually, I just pushed my computer monitor about 2 or 3 more inches back against the all the way against the wall. And you might not think, that that's really not that much, but a monitor this big can get overwhelming. It's like, I remember when I first got it, I was like, oh my gosh, I was getting headaches because my brain just wasn't used to a big monitor like this. Another thing is when you have large monitors, you really have to get a higher resolution. Otherwise, because like a 27-inch, or even if you go bigger, like I know these kids are playing on like 1080p monitors that are like 32 inches. And if you're sitting close to the monitor, it just looks like crap. Like 1080p on a big screen, yeah, it's great for like movies and stuff like that because you don't really see the pixelation then, and it's far enough away from you that you also don't see it. But you know, if it's up close, it's going to do your head in big time. Oh, wait a second. I think we have to go right here. Yeah. Okay. So, you know, kind of like keep your monitor. I mean, if you can use a TV like starting off, great. But down the road, you're probably going to want to upgrade to, you know, an actual computer monitor, because most TVs don't have the correct inputs to go from like a, you know, high performance video card. Like they don't have a DVI input typically. They'll have HDMI. Most HDMI only supports up to 60 hertz. There's like I think if you have 4K, like if you have a 4K TV, I think you can actually do 1080p refresh rates on a 4K monitor, up to maybe 120. I'm a little bit rusty on the specs right now because I haven't really researched them in a while. But for me personally, 1440p is like the sweet spot. You're going to get awesome performance, and you're not going to go totally bankrupt like you would if you're going full on 4K. Because to do full on 4K and have like respectable frame rates, it's just going to, no. It's just going to be way too expensive. And I think we're probably still a couple years away. The RTX cards are getting there, like the RTX 2080 Ti can push 4K pretty solidly at 60 frames a second in most games at 4K resolution. But it's still not, like I want to be seeing, you know, 100 plus frames per second at 4K. When we start seeing those kind of resolutions, then I think we will have arrived. All right, I think the cedar finally ran out. Okay. All right. Alright, so we're heading back to the farm. We're going to pick up more seed so that we can continue seeding. How about that? I want a big monitor, but money doesn't grow on trees. Yeah, like I was watching some guy, and he had like it was either like a 60-inch or like an 80-inch TV, and it was literally on his wall in front of his desk. And I will tell you right now, you will go blind. It's way too much light. It freaking kills your eyes, especially at night. In the daylight, you're gonna get like, you're gonna have to boost your, well, you know, if you've got, if you have, what am I trying to say here? Windows in your room, and it's like a sunny day, you'll have to increase your backlighting on your monitors, and it just it really strains your eyes a lot. You might not you'd be like, I'm young, I can handle it, but trust me, like a few months in and you're just going to be like, why? You'll be getting headaches and all kinds of super fun things. Bob says he's got an LG hooked up to his computer and it works fine. Yeah, I mean, like, a TV is going to work it's... Wait, what? Oh, there we go. I mean, it's going to work fine, but depending on the specs of the output on your video card and the input on your TV, you may only be able to get a maximum of 60 hertz, which is 60 frames per second. It depends on the HDMI. What is it? The HDMI profile being used, or standard. So like you'd have to find out like what standard the output is on your computer and what the standard of your TV is, and that would actually tell you like what the best refresh rate you're going to be able to get for a TV. TVs aren't made to be computer monitors, so that's another thing. Like they just typically don't really perform quite as well. Whoops. Wait, why is it crap in a handbag? I gotta go back through and do that again. I thought my other guy limed all that down there. Well, I mean, obviously he didn't now, but... Alright, so we turn that off. Actually, I'm going to use this guy instead. But the other thing too, like if you have a big monitor that's like, let's say you've got like a 35-inch monitor that's 1080p, it just looks like crap. I mean, you can see like the pixels. Like once you go up to like a higher res monitor, like a 1440p, like you can't go back to 1080, especially on games. It's just such a huge difference. And then if you go, if you see games in 4K, oh my gosh, especially if they're running good, it is something to behold. Trust me. Like when 4K gaming gets here in a few years, like full on, like when 1080p is literally a distant memory, we're gonna literally be like, how the heck did we ever survive without 1080 or without 4K? Ah! You didn't see that. Is the wide monitor worth buying over a regular? Ultra wide. Some people like ultra wides. One of the problems with ultra wides is not all games support ultra wide monitors. So you'll get some game, and it may only support specific aspect ratios, and it sometimes it is only like 16:9 or 4:3. And there's so many different aspect ratios with ultra wides. I mean, there's just... It seemed like I counted them up one time, and it was like 40 different aspect ratios. Because you'll have like 1080p ultra wides, you'll also have 1440p ultra wides, you'll have 4K ultra wides, but then there's also different widths in those ultra wide categories. So you might have some that are like you know, 25, 60 pixels wide. You might have some that are like, you know, just like, I don't even know the resolutions off the top of my head. But there'll be some that'll just differ by maybe a few hundred pixels in width. And that'll cause either banding, like you might kind of end up getting like a letterbox effect, but on the sides of your games. Some games won't even run. So I don't know. I've just seen so many problems over the years. It's getting better, and I mean, if you buy like a high quality ultra wide, you know, like from Asus or trying to think of another company that makes Acer probably. But you know, if you stay with like the really good high quality ultra wides, you're probably going to get better support over the long run than you would by buying like some, you know, cheap BenQ or something like that. All right. So where's our semi? Kind of surprised that the canola price hasn't budged yet. I'm going to do one more load of, you know, canola and soybeans. We'll go and sell those, and we'll come back and we'll actually start harvesting everything. Actually, I could probably start harvesting right now. Do I want to? I guess I could. Fart knuckles. Deal with that later. Oh, screw it. I'll just go blow my money on the Stadia, even though I have okay. I don't know what the Stadia is. I don't know. New Google game streaming. Oh gosh, don't waste your money on that. especially if you have bad internet, it's like just a waste of money. Your network, the biggest thing with you know, streaming games is basically your computer is watching a video game being played on another computer. Okay, so like your, let's see, there it is. I'm trying to think how to explain it best. Where's my John Deere harvester? Or was that the one I just... Oh, there it is over there. Like, you know how if you're talking like on your webcam to somebody or like a video call, and like sometimes your voice doesn't sync up with the, or, you know, like the other person's voice doesn't sync up with their video movements. That's basically the kind of latency that you're going to get. Okay. Missed a couple spots there. I'm not terribly worried about it. So, you know, that's the kind of latency that you're going to get in video games. So if you're playing like, you know, especially like multiplayer, you're just going to get owned like all the time. If you're playing single player, you know, there's going to be times where you get killed by the enemy before you think you're, you know, going to get killed, or you're getting killed, and they're just, I don't know. I guess it's a good way for companies to make money by fooling people into thinking that they're going to be able to actually play video games. It's just a bad experience. If you live in an area, like if you live in a city that's close to one of their streaming servers, you know, where you can get the ping times down to like, you know, 10 milliseconds or which is going to be really good. You're going to have to be on fiber, and you're going to have to be within probably 10 or 15 miles of that server, 20 miles. I'm getting a phone call here. Who the heck is calling me this late? Hold on, guys. Okay. Sorry about that. That's kind of bizarre. Let's see. Screw on. Oh, okay. But anyways, to get back to like the game streaming stuff, it would be kind of a cool technology, but the thing that is holding it back is your ping times, and that's the biggest problem. Loving this map, single player testing it now. Love the series. Thank you, Dursty Dave. Yeah, it's a good map. It's not a great map. There's some bugs and things like that, but if he can get like all the bugs and stuff fixed on it, and I think if he can add more sell points around the map instead of just like 2 spots, it could be an even better map. Wait, did I put... Oh, I put all canola in here, didn't I? Whoops! Well, I guess I'll have to do a full run back of soybeans. Okay. I just want to get this guy in a position where he can start offloading. It does need work or third party. Well, I mean, the biggest problem, is you only have really 2 sell points, down here and like right over here. Or no, over here. So everybody on the top map gets the shaft. Like, you know, if you come in late and you can't get any fields in the lower part of the map, you're screwed, and not in a good way. Goldcrest Valley is my all-time favorite. Yeah, Goldcrest Valley is really good. I actually do like Ravencrest. I actually like Felsbrunn too. It's just with Ravencrest, I don't know why they put garbage all over the map. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. Has completed their task. That is helper. Oh, he got stuck in the water again. You silly old goose! You getting stuck in the water. You're a water champ. So we'll just kind of do a headland along this side of the field. We'll go up and back. We'll probably have to sell at that point or offload into something. The garbage is getting very annoying. Yeah, I mean, it's like the first time they did it on a map. I could understand maybe like on a small part of the map, but literally it's like the whole map. And they're like, oh, it's like a rundown farming town. Well, farming towns tend not be really that rundown. Not that I've experienced, at least. Let's see, I wasn't a fan of either vanilla maps. I'm actually shocked that they're not doing any maps for the Platinum Edition. I'm absolutely shocked. Like, I literally could not believe that they're not doing any maps. And they're like, well, it's because we're doing, like, 35 vehicle, class vehicles. Well, that's great, but... you did like like every platinum or gold edition before, you added like 35 or 40 new vehicles, and you still added a map. Like, don't you have a team that just works on maps? I would think that they would. But what do I know? Okay, who is messaging me on Steamer Beans? Oh, it's just there's a Steam update. Okay, so yeah, we're right at pretty much 98%. So what I'll do is I'll back off here. And Steam just restarted on my other computer, so I gotta it's covering all your chats. Ah, it's so loud. Okay, now we're good. Let's see, Eric says I like to do forestry when I'm waiting for fields to grow, but I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do any as there was only one tiny forestry area that the trees were tiny in. Well, I mean, you can always plant your own trees. Those are pretty cheap. Yeah, I mean, I can't think that it literally would take a solid year to develop a map. You know, if you've got like several people working on it, like let's say you have like 2 or 3 guys working on a map. Ideally, you'd want probably 3 or 4. And you know, you can sit down every day and say, okay, these are what we need. These are the assets that we want. You know, they can say, okay, I need this kind of a house, and they're going to be able to look in their asset libraries, and they're going to be able to see what kind of buildings they already have, because there's buildings in, you know, on Ravensport. There's buildings on that were used on Goldcrest Valley. So, you know, they're reusing older assets. That's not a secret. You know, there'll be assets from Farming Simulator 19 that they'll use in Farming Simulator 21. I'll guarantee you that right now. Whoops. I just came about 2 inches away from yanking my power cable out of the wall, which would have turned everything off here at my desk. All 3 of my computers. I actually need to I need to take my old iMac and just completely reformat it and then sell it. That's what I probably won't, but that's what I need to do. What? All right, let's turn around here. So we're gonna have to go. Whoa! Thought I lifted you up. You lift me up high above the beagles. Wait, what? The beagles? What the heck am I talking about? Helper A is moving. I'm gonna have to stay with this guy. Well, let's see. Let's try to get right over here. I'm gonna hire the worker. I'm gonna just see if he stops. He might actually not stop. Let's see if he'll. We'll just move on right here. How's that? Can't do that in Ravenport. My PS4 logging server was always packed full of people. It was well organized. 0 mods. Yeah, but on PS4, did you really have it? Well, no, I guess you can do mods on PS4. All right. Where's the guy up here? Oh gosh, he's way over there. Okay. Trucks were rarely driven into water as I was watching. Yeah, but if you have a public server, that's always going to be a risk. Unless you're on a private server with people that you know really well. Come on. Boom, there we go. Boom. This case doesn't seem like it turns quite as well. Whoops. Go, come on. Uh-oh. All right, so we'll go down, we'll offload, I think, the New Holland. Fully public on Goldcrest. One problem I don't like with multiplayer is people just put a bunch of mods on and you can't join unless you search for the mods. Well, that's kind of like one of the things that they've changed with this version, with 19, is now at least you can go to the mod list and download them directly. Unless they don't have that on console, in which I'll say again, hashtag PC Master Race. Okay. Yeah, the last time I had like a public server, it just got bombed all the time. I couldn't even. I just was like, forget it. I tried to do one on 15. I tried to do one on 17, and it just, you know, people were constantly, you know, doing weird stuff. At least in this version, people can't, you know, people can come on the server, but you actually have to give them permissions to even do anything. I think they can get in a vehicle and just sit there, but they can't start it. They can't move it. Stuff like that. They share mods via Dropbox. They're like, hey man, I got this awesome mod for you. And then you're like, Dropbox link? How do I install that on my PS4? And then you're like, hashtag you can't. Yeah, when it comes to running mods, like, you know, PC has no equals. Are you kidding me? Apparently you're not kidding me because you are actually stuck here. Ah. I kind of wish I had like one more large combine. What large combine don't I have? I mean, like, technically we could buy another 10T. We could buy a Rostelmash. Not. Or not a 10T, but a 9. We could get a 9T this time instead of it, because I think we have an 8T right now. People are always like, don't get a 9T because it's like $54,000 more. It doesn't. I mean, it just has higher horsepower, but I mean, as far as like how it performs, it's exactly the same. Uh-oh. Yeah, I always password protect my farms now too. Like ever since I was getting trolled, like I'm just like, screw it. I'm just gonna password protect it. It's not worth the hassle. See, I know I'm talking a lot, but have you ever thought of putting a password of a server you're playing on in the stream so only viewers can join? Well, no, I won't put them in the stream. And here's the reason why, is because there are hundreds of, if not thousands of people that will watch the stream you know, after it airs, and if I put the password in there, they might try to you know, join later, and so you just get like weird random people that come in all the time. And because of the way, you know how the game always has to stop and resynchronize, which I think is like the most annoying thing ever. because it has to do that, it just kills the momentum of gameplay. So no, like, you know, if there are people that I, you know, get to know on, you know, on a, you know, like on my Discord, you know, and they seem like they're pretty cool, and you know, over time I get to know that person, and you know, and they want to eventually want to get a place on the server, then yeah. But I just, no, I'm not comfortable with doing random people anymore. Upper C has stopped work unexpectedly. What the heck? Well, that's silly. Silly little goose. You could shut the server net. No, because, you know, there's other people. This is a multiplayer server, and there's other people that play on it, and I can't just tell people, you know, that play on the... What in the fart? What the heck is going on? What's going on out here? I guess I'll do a headland here. What the heck? That was weird. Like, it just wouldn't start harvesting. Anyway, let's see here. Okay, I'm looking for a group of serious players. Yep, we're serious. I mean, join the Discord, and you know, I can't promise you a slot like tomorrow, but yeah, eventually you can probably get on there. All right. He's going... Oh, he's stuck. I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, we take it pretty serious on this map too. You know, take Farming Simulator serious. Yeah, it's kind of annoying when you just have people, and it's generally like little kids that just want to like screw other people's stuff up. But it's like you get people that'll come onto your server, and they'll be like, you know, oh, I'm really super cool, and then the next thing you know, like they'll buy a field right next to you. And then they'll like troll landscape it, which means like they'll put like giant spikes and stuff all around the terrain, and it just looks like crap. And then it's like you have to either go back to a previous save if you have one, or yeah, you know, you just have to fix it yourself, or just suck it up and deal with it. But either way, that person is gone. Yeah, I was talking a while ago about, you know, I had that same issue with somebody that was on my server, Farming 19 server, right after it came out, and screwed a big field up, and I was just ready to punch a monkey. But I didn't. I didn't punch a monkey. I just like constructive, not destructive. Yeah, and speaking of construction or constructive, I was totally convinced that Astragon was finally going to announce a construction simulator like 2020 for PC. They did not. They did say that they're working on a new version for PC and consoles. That tells me one thing. It's going to be a unified, like, PC console version. It's not going to be like PC only. Because I think that they may actually be making better sales on their console versions. I don't know that. Oh, excuse me. But I think they might be. Alright, so he turned around. We're gonna have to drop off all of this. Okay, that's not changed. That's not okay. Jeez. Okay, sorry, I gotta plug my phone in here because it's getting ready to do an update. Okay. You went construction sim off my comment. I kind of did, because it just reminded me of that. I can jump out here and get into this guy. Okay. don't know how quickly we're going to be able to get all this done. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get all this done. All I know is I want to get the, you know, the price is going up over here, so that I can come back maybe tomorrow night and do another live stream and sell it all. Yay! 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 Tazzy Nate Gamer, hello. It's going well for a late night live stream. I haven't played Construction Sim since like right before Farming Sim 19 came out. I kind of would like to play it, but I really want like a new, like full-on PC version. I don't want this crappy thing like they're doing with like Construction Sim 2 and 3, where they basically make a version of the game for a phone and then convert it up, you know, convert it over to a PC. That's like a slap in the face. Like, it really is insulting to me. Oh, I forgot to check something. What the heck? Why did he... Oh my gosh. So now it's just a lot of offloading. A lot of offloading. No idea why it missed this. Let's see. How are you not done with the DeLorean? Well, I actually worked on it for like about 4 hours, I guess, tonight, because I recorded again for about, I don't know, 45 minutes or so tonight, and then I had more problems like fitting the top and the bottom half together. Like issue 91, like I thought issue 48 and 49 were bad. Issue 91 is like off the charts bad. Fitting the two top and bottom halves together is a nightmare. I think also compounding the nightmare is my original like chassis pan, which is like this big black pan that like the seats and everything sit on, was warped, And instead of calling Eagle Moss and saying, hey, can I get a replacement for this? I was just like, it'll be okay. And so, yeah. I literally had to, like, put the DeLorean upside down and, like, lean on top of it to screw it down. On top of that, one of the screw holes is stripped. And I didn't strip it. It was like that, like, when it came. So I'm not happy with that. And I don't... at this point, if I were to take that off, I would have to take the body back off. I'd have to take the you know, the driver compartment completely out again. I'd have to take out, I don't know how many panels and other bits and pieces that I would have to take off the car just to get that piece out. And I'm just, there's just no way. Whoa, what just happened? There's just no way I'm going to go through that. Okay, I'm back, sorry. But, like, I should have, like, probably when I'm done with this live stream, whenever that is, I'll probably go and just, like, record, like, the last little bit of issue 91, just so that I can, you know, get it, you know, processing, and then, I don't know, I'll probably edit it tomorrow and upload it, depending on how much sleep I get. Why does this keep doing this? But anyway, I'll probably get that done, you know, here in the next day or two. And then it should be going pretty quick, because I actually have up to issue 106, I think. I might even have more than that. I might have up to like 110 or something. I'd have to go and look. Or 108 or something. I know 100% I definitely have up to issue 106. But I was kind of looking through a lot of the issues coming up right now. The next issue, issue 92, I think is putting the back end on, like where the brake lights are. So that's basically just going to be putting in like the brake light panel. And there's supposed to be like another little LED wire hanging off for some LED. I haven't really figured out what it's supposed to be for, but I guess I'll install. Oh, I think it's the LED for the engine compartment, or like an LED underneath the engine compartment. And then I'm trying to think what else. So that's 92, and then I think 93 is installing the front end, like where the headlights go. And I'm going to actually try to take some aluminum foil and actually do like a... basically like make my own reflectors, if that makes sense. Because apparently the ones that are on the car like don't look good. So a lot of people take like aluminum reflector tape, or just like a little piece of like shiny aluminum foil, and just kind of like stick down in there, and then like, you know, just press it in with their finger, and then when they stick the LED through, it just provides a slightly different color, I guess, to the lights, and it looks a lot better. Eric Zapata, hey. But yeah, it's, you know, within the next 2 issues after 91, it'll essentially look like a DeLorean with, you know, many of the Back to the Future mods. And really, like, you know, from that point on, it's basically just going to be doing the flux bands. Like, that's going to take, you know, they could have cut it down to 100 issues, no problem. And, you know, even if they I would not have been insulted one bit if they would have kept the price the same. But, you know, they really, I mean, they stretched it out over 2.5 years. That's just silly. They don't need to do that at all. But anyway, anyway, it is what it is. I can't change anything. Where is the other semi-truck? There she blows. Huh, that's weird. It's like not giving us the indication for unloading. Have you ever watched RC Sparks? No, I don't know who that is. Been playing American Truck Simulator lately? No, I actually haven't played probably since back in June. I think the last time I played, well, I played obviously during the live streams. And I did play after the live streams, but I don't remember exactly when. But I think it was in June. Well, here, I can look. Because I've got Steam on my Mac. Games, View Games Library. The one game I haven't played in ages is Euro Truck Simulator. American Truck Simulator, June 1st. Huh, I thought I played it like after that, but maybe not. And then let's see, Euro Truck Simulator 2 is... Huh? Game purchased... It says I purchased it on 3/4/14. Oh, that's right, because I originally bought Euro Truck Simulator 2. It used to not be on Steam, and so you'd have to purchase it through the SCS software or SCS website. Really? That's full? Okay. So I originally bought mine through the SCS website, where you essentially just got a CD key, and it must have been in 2014 they put it on Steam. Everybody that had like a non-Steam copy got pissed, and so SCS was like, because essentially what SCS was doing is they were releasing all of their patches through Steam, and they were still releasing patches through their download portal, but there wasn't any type of like automatic installer. You had to do it all yourself. It was all manual. So, you know, if you didn't know that there was a patch, and you know, you just wouldn't get it. Why haven't I been playing it? I don't know. I just don't like driving that much anymore. Got here, okay. Crap. Oh. Tip side front. Heck, unload. There we go. In my screen, the grains that been put in the back of your trailer, it may be glitching in my end. It looks like it's black. No, that was see, this is soybeans right here that I'm offloading. We'll come over here. I'm just gonna get soybeans offloading on him, and then I'm gonna look at the other truck, and then you can see what canola looks like. Canola looks pretty much black. They definitely need to change how far the crops start disappearing at. You can see them disappear in their person. Well, you can see them, I call it the ring of death, and it's better in this game than it used to be, but like this map, they've changed. See how you can kind of see like that where the soil on the other side of the road goes from dark to light? That's the ring of death. And that's the point at which basically the crops disappear and they go down to a point where it's just a flat texture on the ground. Yeah, here is canola. See how that looks black in comparison? By comparison. So he's going that way. Let's go in here, because I want to turn him back north again. And then I want to turn the case, which is helper B. I want him going east and west. So I kind of want to go down in this direction so that we get closer to the silos and not farther away. I may even put another silo down here, or I might build another silo like up here next to all this up here. So I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. All right, so we're going north again. All right, worker hired, I think. Yes. Helper B. All right, hire the helper there. Oh, good. He's doing good. He's doing great. Oh gosh. He's almost full. He'll stop here in like 2 seconds. He'll stop in 2 shakes of a rabbit's nard. Let's see. Eric's like, oh, I knew that. I was testing you. Uh-huh, I've heard that before. Did you know that corn is like golden gold? But back to like why I haven't been playing American Truck Sim. I've just been playing other stuff. Like I've really been enjoying Star Citizen and like the updates and stuff for that. And you know, obviously, I didn't really start re-streaming or streaming Farming Simulator again, not re-streaming. I didn't really start streaming Farm Sim again until, what, like end of July? So I've been kind of back to it for about a month now, I guess. See, I don't understand why the offloading thing isn't popping up. See, like, if I switch to the front... It just doesn't even say it. I don't get it. He's almost full. Eric Thompson says, I'm pumped for Modern Warfare. I think it will revive the Call of Duty. From everything that I've seen of it, it looks kind of silly. Because it's all like science fiction looking again. I mean, that's kind of what killed Call of Duty in the first place. Like, because they're doing it like to the point where it's like it's like science fiction. And I mean, if it's science fiction within like, you know, if it's like remotely believable, you know, if it was some kind of technology or something that we might see in the next, you know, 15 or 20 years, I might bite, but I don't know. I just don't think it's going to go that way. But I don't know. We'll see. And that's what I was afraid of. Okay, sorry. Got a couple things going on here. Alright, let's see, is this finally done? Yes. Alright, phone is updated. Complete your password reset request. Okay. See, Robert Landfair. Hey, Robert, how you doing? Oh, and he's done. Okay. Come on. This is gonna take forever. And ever and ever and... Oh! Man, I'm like sweating like Michael Jackson in a kiddie pool in here. How freaking warm is it? It's like nice and cold outside. It's 80 degrees in here. Whoops. Let me see how cool it is. Okay, somebody drove all the way out here in the middle of the field like a big doofus. I don't know what you were thinking. Gosh. Brad Ravel says, hey Brad, how's it going so far? It is going good. It's really not. Nah, it's going all right. Bam. Whoop. All right, so I'm gonna offload the case kind of on the fly just to kind of get him on a different offload cycle. Just saw the stream and hopped right in because you're awesome. Thank you, Jurassic. I appreciate it. Let's see, Robert Landver says doing good. Just doing my pre-trip in Tulsa, Oklahoma, heading to Amarillo, Texas. Ooh. I just came out of Overwatch comp match, lost a lot, games, bad night. I'm sorry. Whoop. Daggone it. Come on, get up there. I wish we could have like different cruise speeds. Like we could set like one cruise speed for like cruise control and like another one for like, you know, well, obviously faster speeds. Okay, there we go. Good enough. Off to offload. Okay, so we'll take him. We're gonna have to offload the Ideal Combine up here. And then as soon as the Jaundice Deer is finished, we're gonna have to get him on this field here. He is doing that. Let's not get in the big bud. This game is relaxing and fun. Yes, unlike Fart Night. See, there, that time it came up. I don't get it. Whoop. Okay, I am going to, we're going to go down to the end here, and we're just going to kind of do the head row, just so that I don't have to do it here in a few seconds when I'm going to need to be rushing around with my trailers. So let's see, 71. You should, okay, good. Okay. So hire him. Jump on the bandwagon. It's not really a bandwagon because there's no bands technically. Helper is blocked by an object. What the heck? That was like almost like a Christmas song I started singing. What the what? Oh, and then he just decides to stop. Unexpectedly. It should be like Helper E stopped because he's a moron. They should change that. Like, that would make the game, like, way better. Your half-wit hireling stopped because because they could not find oh we gotta offload. Helper H has completed his task. I've got a plan. You are the first person to say my name right. Drazik? How can somebody mess that up? Like, seriously. Now your second name, Gilepa? That one might, you can kind of go a couple different ways with that. But I mean, Drazik? Seemed like I used to know someone named Drazik. There was a guy that I used to work with. I don't remember his name, but it seemed like people called him Draz or something. That'd have been like more than 20 years ago. But anyway. I'm glad I got your name right, because there's probably a bunch that I don't get right at all. There was a guy one time who literally was like, and I'm telling you, he was like, say my name, and I was like, I couldn't even fathom a guess, and he just put like a sad face in the chat, and he's like, no one ever gets my name right, and I'm like, well, blame your parents. Go to the courthouse, get your name legally changed to Dave or Steve, because everybody can pronounce those names. Gilepa, something like that. Should be not too difficult. I'm probably fairly close. Or maybe I'm not at all. I don't know. I really don't know. Go change your name to Eric, because even though everybody will be able to say your name right, nobody will be able to spell it right. You'd be like, is that Eric with a C or a K or a CK or a Q, or is it one R or two R's? Like, just nobody will know. Like, I literally saw somebody spell Eric A-E-R-I-C-K. I almost expected there to be like an extra E at the end, but thank gosh there wasn't. Okay, now okay, Gillepa. Is that right? Hopefully I'm close on that one. Oh crap. Crappin' handbag. Crappin' handbag. Uh-oh. Double crappin', double handbags. You know, if there was anything that I wish that they could add to Farming Simulator, it would be that you could hire a worker to maybe not so much just to offload, but to at least, like if you're on a field, that it could figure out where your crop was so it didn't drive over it. It went to like a specific point on the field. Maybe there's like a gate there, something like that. And it would be able to drive out and take your crops to your silo, right? That is what I would wish for a new farming simulator. Hell is definitely more likely to freeze over, but can't hurt for trying. It's a C. No one spells their name with E-R-I-K. Yes, Eric. There are people that spell it with a C. There are people that spell it with a K. There are people that spell it with a CK. Trust me, I've seen them all. Even the one that was A-E-R-I-C-K. Okay, so like right now I really feel like buying... Okay, he's almost out. I really feel like buying like another combine. Because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. The garbage man is coming. Not in the way that you think he is. He's just driving his truck and offloading people's garbage. Wait. So you remember like a couple weekends ago, like my neighbor asked me to watch her cat while she went on she like, I don't know, she went out of town for the weekend. It was only like 3 days, so it was really no big deal. Like the cat gets let outside. Like she lets the cat out. And apparently some of the neighbors actually let the cat back in because I don't know, they're just idiots or something. And so we have like a hallway, like a secure, you know, like a secure area hallway. So if the cat gets in there, it's basically gonna like, it gets pretty warm in there, especially in the summer because it's not air conditioned or anything. And so this cat basically is just gonna go in there and like sweat its little sweat glands off or whatever. And so, anyway, we're not really supposed to do that. Like we're not supposed to let pets out from like our homes in this area. I totally get it. That's part of living in a, you know, a managed community. Gosh, it sounds like I'm in like an old person's home. Totally not. But you know, I feel kind of bad for her because, like, you know, I went outside the other night. When was that? Thursday or Friday, one of the two. It's not doing it again. What the monkey? Why is all of a sudden I'm not getting, like, the offload icon or, you know, alert? So my neighbor, she's sitting out there on the grass, like, right, you know, in the front walk. And, like, she's, like, crying. And she's like, I gotta give him up, Brad. I gotta give him up. And I felt so bad. Because she's like, I got a letter today. And, of course, to add insult to injury, they send all the neighbors letters. So I was just like, oh, my gosh, are you kidding me? So, yeah, like... The lady has to get her cat. Now, she can keep him inside, but it's like an indoor-outdoor cat. And so I kind of feel bad because it's like a nice cat. But apparently he has like massive allergies and she has to get like expensive shots. She has to take him to the vet, I think every 6 to 8 weeks to get shots. And apparently they're not cheap shots. So I didn't know that, but I'm like, yeah, no cat's worth that. Come here, let me offload your pipe. Dump it right into my trunk. Wait, what? Trunk? I know why I'm singing songs like this, because I was watching I was watching this Brady Bunch thing today. Because apparently it was 46 years ago, like right now, that the Brady Bunch went to Kings Island. And Kings Island, if you don't know, is like this huge amusement park here. It's kind of like north of Cincinnati, kind of up towards Dayton, but actually it's on the way to Columbus more than it is Dayton. And I don't know. I kept getting like all these stupid Brady Bunch songs stuck in my head all day. Oh no! Oh, he is gonna be just fine. You, on the other hand, are not. Whoops. Come on. What are you doing, Brad? LOL. I don't know. What was I doing? I don't know. Apparently I got it right. Just let it. Oh, he's letting me know. Oh, his name? There is so many ways. Baba Bong is now playing Farming Simulator 19. I wonder if he'll get online. I don't know. He might not be listening. Bob, are you listening? Bob. No, it just like popped up on my Mac. It was like Baba Bong is playing Farming Simulator 19. Pull forward, thank you. Oh my gosh, tomorrow I really need to do laundry. Like, I keep forgetting to do laundry. Oh, I know I didn't do laundry today because I was in the laundry. My work table for like doing the DeLorean build is in the laundry room. And so, you know, I don't want the washer going while I'm trying to record. So I don't do it. Right? Right? And I have like I made like a chicken parmesan noodle, like chicken noodle kind of thing. I don't think I got the parmesan sauce. Parmesan sauce is okay, I guess. I need to learn how to make it because like I buy it in the jar and it's just not good. But I don't know how to make Parmesan sauce, so I don't know. Baba Bong, and no, I'm getting the crops in on my farm. Oh, darn it. I thought you were going to come help me, like, offload all these combines. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to do that. Okay. Drazik says, I'm sick and you're making my day. Well, I'm glad I can make you feel slightly better. At least you don't have to go to the doctor and like bend over and cough. Do they still do that? I literally had to do that like once ever. And apparently I was fine, so whatever that means. Baba Bong says, same map if that counts. Maybe. A little bit. And... oh, he's like going all the way down to Funky Town. Uh-oh. Alright, let's offload this guy. Let's just get her done. Get her done. Alright, so he's heading that way. He should go back and probably stop mid-field again. And come on now. Come on, Chow. What's going on? Hemorrhoid Prad? What? No, it's like... oh, never mind. Haven't you ever had a physical? And they're like... okay. Just look up, bend over, and cough. medical exam. And I don't know, it's something you had to do in like gym class when we were kids or teens or something. I don't remember. And like people always made jokes about it, and I'm like, you know, I was always like nervous, like I don't want to have to do that. That sounds ooey. And so, but I never did, except for like one time, and it wasn't even for school. It was something for. It might have been for my aviation medical, because I had to go to like an aeromedical doctor. And usually like aeromedical doctors, they just ask you a few questions and be like, they're like, are you sane? And you're like, yes. And they're like, when you fart, does it smell like talcum powder mixed with elderberries, or does it smell like hot, rotting pot roast on a sidewalk in the summertime? And you'll be like, the pot roast, and he'll like make a check, and then he'll like look at your eyes, and then he'll make you read an eye chart, and he'll be like, okay, you're good. Here's your first class medical. And then that was me getting my first place medical. Okay. Like, what? What in the world? Liam Williams says, say hello to Nathan Williams. Hello to Nathan Williams. Nathan! Hello! Damian Peterson. Hey, Brad. How are you, mate? Just watching from Renmark in the Riverland of South Australia in Australia. Well, that makes sense. Like, it would be kind of weird if it was like South Australia, but it was in like New Zealand. Then it would be like, wait, what? Where am I? Well, hello, Damien. Thanks for joining. Okay. What do we got? Is it? Oh. Oh, is he going all the way up to the end? I guess he... Why is he going all the way up there? Why didn't... Okay, I'm just not going to comment. Okay, so we'll offload this. Get a face cam. I don't really want to. Like, people have asked me before, and I'm just like, kind of not face cam. I'm like really ugly. Like, just go onto my Discord and look at my photos. Ask Baba Bong. He's seen me. He'll be like, he will be the first one to tell you how ugly I am. I don't want to break other people's computers, so... You know, to that end, you know, I feel like I'm doing the right thing. Oh, whoop. So SpaceX was supposed to do they were supposed to launch their Starhopper, or yeah, the Starhopper test vehicle today, up to like 150 meters. And, whoa! And apparently, the little torches or whatever that are supposed to light the rocket flame like failed to ignite. I guess because it was so hot at the launch pad, like it wouldn't ignite. And they use these like flame. Why is it? this. Apparently, I guess they use this type of relighting method so that I guess it's easier for them to relight rockets in space. But I guess the technology still isn't quite there. So I was kind of disappointed to see, which is good because I completely forgot about it. I knew it was sometime today, but I just kept on forgetting and forgetting and forgetting. Like, when's the launch? When's the launch? When's the launch? And I never figured it out. The heck? What the monkey? I just came up here and I parked right next to it? Are you kidding me? Why would I do such a thing? Why would I do such a thing? Alright. Okay. Oh, so he's gonna be kind of full by the time he gets down here. Why don't we just go ahead and offload this while I'm thinking about it? JD Arbuckle, what's up? We're doing a late night live stream tonight. Trying to get all of the planting. Well, we're just trying to get it all done, whatever that means. Whoop. See how these prices are moving. Oh, this has gone up a little bit. Oh man, we are almost full. Horizon Coupe prices tanking. I almost feel like taking like a full load over to Horizon Coupe just to try to push the other price up. But see, it's like, I don't know at what point it's gonna like equal out. You know what I mean? So I think that if I just don't do anything right now, I'm gonna be good. What's up? Not too much. Worked on the DeLorean quite a bit today. I'm basically finishing up the next episode of that build, which will be this part 2 of episode 90 or issue 91. And that's about it. I've been playing, what is it, Rebel Galaxy Outlaw, which is like a new, or fairly new, it's been out a couple weeks, but it's like a newer, kind of space flighty, kind of trading sim. Think of it as like a slightly more cartoony version of Elite Dangerous or Star Citizen. It's very reminiscent of the old Wing Commander Privateer games. So in other words, it's pretty good. I don't think it's quite as good as the old Wing Commander Privateer games, but it's pretty good. It relies more on like doing like combat missions and stuff than it does actual trading in the game, which I kind of enjoy trading probably more than I enjoy combat, but I don't know. In those kind of games, you just have to go where the money is. Do you know to go put a new mouth on the PS4 for Farming Simulator? I'm going to read this again. Do you know to go put a new mouth on the PS4 for Farming Simulator? I don't even. I'm completely confused. Do you know how to put a new mouth for PS4 For farming simulator. Nope, I don't know. Got the wrong guy. JD, can you rephrase that? Because I'm literally like so confused right now that I just don't even know what to do. I was trying to say, is it going to be a new maps on farming? Is what going to be a new map? All right, so he's coming up, so he'll turn. Okay. Oh, he's almost out of fuel. He'll probably be all right. This will probably be the next one to get offloaded, unless it's going to be this one. 58. This one's 52. So it'll probably be him. Oh my gosh. All right, 76%. Is Lone Oak Farms coming to PS4? I literally have absolutely no idea. Words are so hard at 3 a.m. I don't know. I never seem to have that problem. But I'm definitely like a grammar Nazi, just so you guys know. Alright, I'm going to go and offload the JD. And then we'll have to offload the New Holland, I guess. Can I... Wait a second. There we go. Boom. All right, so I'm gonna go for maybe about another 15 or 20 minutes. Maybe go to 4 o'clock. We'll get this field done for sure, but I don't think we're gonna be able to get the big one done tonight because I'm gonna have to go to sleep here soon, and I still got other stuff to do, so I'm probably not gonna get to sleep until like 5 o'clock this morning. Let's see, wait a second. What's going on here? Come on, move. It's 5:30 in Australia. 5:30 p.m. I'm sure. It'd be kind of awkward if it was 5:30 a.m. Trevor Lee. But yeah, I have absolutely no idea if Lone Oak Farms is coming to console. No idea. I think Oxygen David is working on it, so I don't know if he's going to be doing a console version port or what. It's not like Giants will take the map and like port it themselves. They won't with mods. They just won't. Okay. Helper D has completed his task. What? What in the D? $60,000. Offload. I was kind of afraid this would happen. Basically what happened is the New Holland came and made a lane and he got confused again, which happens. Alright, let's offload this guy and then we'll take him back to offload the soybeans. I mean, it's like 2 more loads of canola, like two more full trailers of canola, and we're gonna be full. So I'm gonna have to start adding silos or actually selling. I don't want to sell anything at Cooper yet. Excuse me. Okay. We're fine on canola. Gosh, the canola prices suck. They're so low right now, but they're probably going to go up quite a bit. Okay, so what's going on? Fart noggin. Fart noggin! You know what? When the ideal gets down to the end, maybe I'll just put him on the big field, because it won't take long for this guy just to go. He's gonna go down, back up, and back down again, and that'll be the end of this field. Switch tanks. What do they call those? They're not really tanks. Bins? Trailer bins? I don't know. Okay, helper A's pretty much down at the end. Oh, come on. No, I don't need a chainsaw. Oh, he's totally turning around. 99% full, really? Is hopper what you're looking for? Is it a hopper? Like on the trailer? I mean, I just don't know. Okay. My desk is broken and I just stabbed my foot on a screw. Ouch. That sounds super fun. Not. Is it like one of those like particle board IKEA desks? Or like the, you know, like the cheap particle board ones that you get at like IKEA or like Walmart or Target or Odd Lots or Family Dollar. Actually, I got a really nice table for like my deck at Big Lots, which is kind of like a Family Dollar. And I was like, there's no way this thing is nice. And then I went and looked at it. I was like, man, this is pretty nice. And so I bought it. Actually, it was nicer. They had another one at Lowe's. It was like almost identical to it, but the one from Family Dollar was nicer. The one at Lowe's had it had these metal, like the top of it was just all metal. But there were like these squares in the metal that were made to look like stone. So it was just like this stone pattern printed on top of the metal, but it was metal. Where the table that I bought actually has like ceramic tiles in it. Which I guess the one bad thing about that is if one breaks, I'm screwed. So that would suck. Alright, so I'm going to start him going this way. How about them apples? Boom. And then, boom. Boom, boom. 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 Okay, so. Basically, all I need to do is just weed that field. Yeah, so A will go down, it'll go all the way back up, and then I'll manually hit these few spots. And then we'll be done. Baba Bong says, my sister Drazik says, no, it's chipboard. Well, chipboard's kind of the same thing, just bigger chips of wood. Was it ugly? Was the table ugly? No, both of the tables look really nice. And, but the one at Family Dollar was cheaper, and I don't know, it just looked like it was made more nicely. I got the chairs, though, to kind of match it at Lowe's, though, because the chairs that they had at Family Dollar weren't as nice. Or was it Family Dollar or Big Lots? I don't know. One of them two. Uh-oh. If I can swoop around and get to him before he's full or not. Nope, I guess I can't. I really don't know what I'm going to do about all this excess canola. Because one more trailer load is pretty much going to be, it's pretty much going to top it off. And I guess I'll just have to come back tomorrow and finish it off and kind of figure out if I want to do another silo. Because, you know, if I do, I'll have to put like a silo kind of like, I don't know if I put another one straight out, or I kind of put one at a slant here, I guess. Because if I put it straight out, it's going to kind of block some access for like combines and stuff to get down here to the repair shop. See where I'm going with that? My other option is to build more silos like up here. So like if I went, like if I just put, oops. If I put like a grain silo here, I mean, I could even put, so I kind of would want to put it, why isn't it not letting me put it too close to the road? I could put it there. And that's going to hold 200,000. So, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Do a logging series. I don't like logging. I don't like logging. I know people like it. Not really my thing. Poop nickels. My sister got the coolest coffee table from Big Lots, the top raised up, like you could eat off of it when it's up. Yeah, I have one of those too. I bought one of those like years ago, like 15 years ago, something like that. It was like right after I bought my new couch. It was like, I don't know, a year or two after. And you know what? As nice as it is, I never use it to eat on my couch. You know, I was like, yeah, this will be perfect. The problem is my couch, it's like, you know, it's like a reclining couch. So the couch, even if you're sitting like straight up on it, it's like, I'm 6'4", and I mean, that thing comes up to my nips. It's so tall. So I'm sitting there thinking, like, how can like a normally sized person, like how are they gonna fit under that table? You're right, they're not. So I don't know. But it's a really nice looking table. I do like it. Are you kidding? I wish they had like the small silos, like because these hold 100,000. This one holds 100,000 too, but I kind of miss the old ones that they had that were like, I think they held 50,000, but they were like, you know, a lot narrower. But I can't remember if they were taller, a little bit taller maybe. I don't know. I thought those were nice though. I don't know why we can't have nice things. Why? Why can't we have nice things? Oh, I'm gonna have to test out this bug that Kevin apparently found. Crap. And I'm like almost out of herbicide. Might get me one pass down the field. Played Gold Rush the game again, please. Well, probably am not. I don't have any plans to anytime within the next month at least. A lot of people want me to play it. I get bored with it really easily. You can have anything you want in this game. Just get the right mods. Just about. Oh my gosh, I literally only had like 15 cotton seeds in there. Whoop. Dead. The weeds are dead, I mean. Not the babies. Alright. We're back on track. I'm just trying to use up what I got in here. Might as well. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do want... I don't know, they just want to see me playing Gold Rush again, and I'm just like... Ugh. Because the game has changed a lot since I made my first series, and I can't even remember if I've rebooted that series or not. It seems like I did, but I can't really remember. It seemed like they updated it, and it kind of like forced me to restart, but it was a long time ago. not waste time. And I can't hire because there's no growth, or because there's no weeds. Actually, probably on the bottom side of the field, I can hire the worker with the sprayer because there will be weeds down there. But yeah, like down here. But the top side, no. All right. See, why does the engine keep running on these guys, but it doesn't on the semi-trucks when I jump out and do something else? But sometimes it does. It's just, there's like no rhyme or reason to it. I don't get it. Ever think of GTA roleplay? No, I don't. I don't know. Roleplay makes me cringe. Like, like Dungeons and Dragons, you know, it's like a role-playing game, okay? Now, when I used to play Dungeons and Dragons was, you know, with my friends, I mean, it was like, okay, these are your characters, and you know, it's a role-playing game. You're playing the role of an elf or whatever, and I, as the dungeon master, will create this, you know, the story, which I basically just BS'd, you know, as I went. And so, we didn't like act out the roles. What time is it over here? It is almost 4 a.m. So pretty late. I usually don't live stream this late. This is kind of a rarity for me. Sometime in the late 80s, I went to this comic book shop, and they had kind of set up an area. I guess this comic book shop that I went to, they kind of started like selling like RPGs. I mean, most of it was Dungeons and Dragons back then. They had some other stuff. BattleTech had just come out. You know, there were a few others, but they weren't like it's not like it is today. And there were some, you know, guys sitting there playing, and they were like literally like, I am Niebler, the elf, the dark wizard of Thrandor. You know, I don't know, whatever he was doing. And I was like, you know, at the time I was like, I don't know, probably between 12 and 14, 15. It was, like, I remember, like, I still had to beg my dad to take me to the comic book store. And I'm literally sitting there like, oh my gosh, and like, you know, this guy would roll the dice and he'd be like, I cast the, you know, I don't even remember what it was, but it was so, like, I just died. Like, part of me died inside, and I'm like, are you joking me? Like, people actually do this? It's like, there's some mental health issues in here right now. You know, I guess if people want to play it that way, then more power to them. I don't know. Wait, why am I not getting... Wait, what? Why am I not getting... Alright, I'm not going to worry about the liming that needs to be done. Great, because I cannot see... I'm gonna guess that it's about here. We might have to come back later. Why is this area not... Okay, okay. I can hire the worker now. Good. Oh my gosh. OMG. We got all this to lime. We're gonna be liming for days. We're gonna be liming for days. Oh, come on. DKJ Phyllis 79 says, good morning, we have missed your vids the last few days. Hope you had a nice weekend. My weekend was kind of like, meh. I wasn't feeling like great all week. I was just kind of feeling mopey and tired, and I don't know. I was just kind of a little bit out of it. Not out of it, but just, I don't know. Like the last few days have been fairly cold, or cool, I'll say. And it's just kind of like that reminder that winter is coming, and I don't want it to come because I don't know. I just like the warm weather better. I mean, I don't like it to be like 4 trillion degrees, but I hate going outside. I hate warming up my car in the winter. Though I will say, now that I have a garage, it's like that makes all the difference in the world. It makes a huge difference. It really does. Okay, I basically have to go get fuel on this guy. I'm not going to continue on this field really for tonight. I just want to kind of get this guy over here. And we'll park him up next. Well, actually, we'll just do this. I love winter snowmobiling is great. Yeah, like not here. Like this last winter, we barely got any snow. Wait, oh, it was refueling. Okay. The monkey. Turn on harvester. Why? Start filling. Okay. Oh wait, go back. Nope, that's not it. Oh, here he is. He's barely got any in there too. Now I should be able to seed these, or I'm sorry, fertilize this and get the, yeah, there it is. Interesting. Helper F. What the F? Oh. What the heck? Yeah, I mean, like some winters we get like a lot of snow. Like the last few winters have been fairly mild. Like a couple winter, like I don't know, 2 or 3 winters ago, we had like record colds, which is like, oh yeah, global warming. It's like, yeah, we have record colds, of course, you know, as far back as records go. What is that, 100 years? Anyways, that's like a different topic altogether. Like I'm trying to remember, it was either like 3 or 4 years ago. It wasn't 2016 because we actually had really my father just passed away, and I basically spent like the winter time, like January and February of that year, essentially like going through all my dad's house, you know, throwing out garbage and old things that, you know, either the cats had destroyed or that I didn't want anymore. And but we had good weather. I mean, it snowed like a few times, but it wasn't like, and I mean, it was cold. We had like some really cold days, some really long cold stretches, but we didn't get the snow. And so I don't know if it was said I've been 2016. So I don't know if it was 2017 or maybe the year before that we got like a really long stretch of where we had snow on the ground for like 2 or 3 months straight. And the roads were pretty good, but I mean, it would snow like fairly regularly. And it might not have been like, you know, a blizzard, but, you know, we'd had like a good, you know, it'd snow like a foot or a few inches, and then that would just basically stay and be supplemented, you know, with like an inch here, 2 inches there. So, oh, excuse me. So on and so forth. All right. All right. Let's see what we got going. Yeah. So Kevin was right. Interesting. So basically, I guess the active spraying herbicide like resets the field so that you can spray or, you know, lay down that stuff. Interesting. Go. Huh, that's weird. I just hired you. Let's go. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to stop him. Alright. We done? Yes. Alright. Well, guys and gals, I think that is going to be it for me tonight. Probably finish up this fertilizing off the screen. We'll try to come back tomorrow night. Maybe, I don't know, just it kind of depends on how much work I get done on the DeLorean and etc. Because I would like to do... I would like to really start banging out the issues because I want to get the EL lights installed. and all that good stuff. So thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. 3 hours and 37 minutes, almost 38 minutes. Don't forget to leave a like, helps me out tremendously. I always appreciate it when you guys do that for me. When the video goes live, if you want to watch it again, be sure to leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. If you'd like to further support the channel, you can do so through Super Chat. You can also do a direct donation through PayPal with the link in the video description. All support is definitely appreciated. So guys, thank you so much. Have a good morning and a good evening and an afternoon for you guys down under, and gals. I'm sure there's a few of those watching, maybe, if I'm lucky. And and I'll see y'all next time. I'm Brad73. This has been Farming Simulator 19 on the Midwest Horizon map version 1.1. Have a good night, everybody, and bye for now.
You